Hey, Patriots Nation! We're back with another exclusive update on everything happening in New England. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so you never miss any breaking Patriots news. Nobody saw this coming, and that is exactly why the rumor is gaining so much traction inside quiet conversations around the league and among fans who read between the lines. There's a subtle movement, almost invisible to the casual observer, tied directly to Mike VRABEL and the way he has been carrying himself on the sidelines, in meetings, and even in how he answers questions without really answering them. This is not about one play or one game, and it is definitely not about results on the scoreboard. This is about posture, tone, and intention. VRABEL has always been known as a disciplined, hard-nosed football mind, shaped by his days as a linebacker and refined through years of leadership. Now, with the Patriots, there's a growing feeling that he is slowly reshaping the identity of the team from the inside out. People close to the building whisper that practices feel different, more intense, yet strangely more focused. The kind of focus that suggests a long-term vision rather than short-term survival. It feels like VRABEL is planting seeds quietly, letting others underestimate what is coming, and that silence might be the loudest signal of all. When you look deeper, the speculation becomes even more intriguing because VRABEL is not the type of coach who makes noise for attention. His football education at Ohio State, where he earned the highest honors possible, taught him the value of preparation over publicity. That philosophy appears to be driving his current approach. Sources around the Patriots environment hint that VRABEL has been spending unusual amounts of time with specific position groups, not just the obvious leaders, but players who could become emotional anchors for the locker room. This is not something that shows up on highlight reels or social media clips. It is a cultural move. The idea floating around is that VRABEL might be engineering a mental reset for the team, shifting the Patriots back toward a ruthless, unified mindset that defined their strongest eras. There is speculation that he is deliberately keeping schemes simple on the surface while building complexity underneath, waiting for the right moment to reveal it. If that is true, then what looks like routine football could actually be a calculated calm before a much more aggressive identity emerges. Another layer to this rumor involves VRABEL's personal history with the Patriots organization and what that legacy represents. He understands the expectations, the pressure, and the unique standards that come with wearing that logo. People forget that VRABEL is not just a coach stepping into a job. He is someone who lived the culture, fought in it, and thrived under it. The whispers suggest he is using that credibility to challenge players in ways other coaches could not. Not with speeches, but with quiet accountability. There are stories of closed-door conversations where VRABEL asks players to define what the Patriots mean to them personally, not historically. That kind of question forces introspection, and introspection can change behavior. Fans speculate that this is intentional groundwork for a bigger shift later in the season, a moment when the team stops reacting and starts dictating. When you combine that emotional leverage with VRABEL's tactical intelligence, it creates a dangerous mix, one that opponents might not be preparing for, simply because they cannot see it yet. The most fascinating part of this entire situation is how little VRABEL himself reveals. In public appearances, he sticks to safe language, team-first cliches, and respectful deflections. But body language experts among fans swear there is something different. A calm confidence that suggests he knows more than he is saying. Rumors circulate that he has been experimenting with unconventional practice structures, changing tempos and sequences to keep players mentally sharp. This is not innovation for the sake of innovation, but controlled unpredictability. VRABEL understands that football is as much psychological warfare as physical execution. If players are comfortable being uncomfortable, they adapt faster under pressure. The Patriots, under this rumored approach, may be learning to thrive in chaos rather than fear it. That alone could change how they respond when games tighten and emotions rise. It is not about trick plays or flashy calls. It is about resilience, and VRABEL has always been a master of resilience. There is also speculation surrounding VRABEL's relationship with his coaching staff. Insiders hint that he encourages debate, not obedience. Meetings reportedly involve challenging assumptions, replaying scenarios from multiple perspectives, and asking assistants to defend their ideas rigorously. This kind of environment breeds sharper decision-making. It also prevents stagnation. If true, it suggests VRABEL is building a think tank rather than a hierarchy. That matters because when pressure hits, adaptable staffs adjust faster than rigid ones. Fans reading between the lines believe this could be VRABEL's quiet revolution. No grand announcements, no dramatic changes on the surface, just a steady evolution of how the Patriots think football. That intellectual edge, combined with physical preparation, is often what separates competitive teams from dominant ones. And dominance rarely announces itself before it arrives. All of this fuels the central rumor that nobody saw coming, the idea that VRABEL is intentionally allowing the Patriots to fly under the radar. By keeping expectations moderate and avoiding bold promises, he reduces external pressure while increasing internal hunger. Players feel challenged but protected. Critics underestimate them, which only adds motivation. This strategy has historical echoes, but VRABEL's version feels personal, almost philosophical. He is not copying the past. He is reinterpreting it through his own experience. The Patriots with full strength might not look flashy, but they could become relentless. If these whispers are even partially true, then the season's direction could shift dramatically without any single defining moment. Just a slow realization across the league that something has changed, and by the time it is obvious, it might already be too late to stop. As the rumor continues to circulate, another intriguing angle emerges, focusing on how VRABEL communicates belief without ever saying the word. People around the team claim that he emphasizes ownership, constantly reminding players that systems do not win games. People do. This sounds simple, almost obvious, but the repetition matters. When a coach with VRABEL's credibility repeats that message, it carries weight. The speculation suggests that he is building a team that trusts itself more than it fears opponents. That psychological shift can be subtle, but it can also be transformative. Players reportedly feel empowered to speak up, correct each other, and hold standards high without waiting for coaches to intervene. That kind of peer accountability is rare and powerful. Fans speculate that VRABEL is intentionally stepping back at times, allowing leaders to emerge organically. This creates a locker room that polices itself, which is often the hallmark of teams that sustain success over long stretches. Another layer of speculation revolves around VRABEL's strategic patience. He is known for understanding situational football at an elite level, and rumors suggest he has been drilling scenarios relentlessly behind closed doors. Not just obvious moments, but strange, uncomfortable situations that test composure. The idea is that when chaos hits, the Patriots will feel like they have been there before. This kind of preparation does not show up in practice reports or media soundbites, but shows up in confidence. VRABEL's linebacker mentality, always anticipating contact and reading offenses, appears to translate into how he prepares his team. Fans believe he is teaching players to think 2 steps ahead, to expect resistance, and to respond with calm aggression. If that mindset takes hold, it could quietly tilt close games in their favor without anyone pointing to a single coaching decision. There's also talk about how VRABEL handles individual egos, which is critical in a league driven by star power. The rumor mill suggests he treats every player with the same blunt honesty, regardless of status. Praise is earned, criticism is direct, and nothing feels personal. That approach can be uncomfortable, but it builds trust over time. Players know where they stand. They know what is expected, and they know excuses are not part of the culture. This environment reportedly feels old school but refreshed, not rigid but demanding. Fans speculate that this balance is what could unlock hidden potential across the roster. When players stop worrying about politics and focus purely on execution, performance often follows. VRABEL seems to understand that clarity is kindness, even when the message is tough. The speculation grows even stronger when considering VRABEL's long-term vision. He is not coaching scared, and that is evident in how rumors describe his planning. Instead of chasing weekly validation, He appears focused on building a foundation that can withstand adversity. That means accepting short-term discomfort for long-term stability. Fans reading into this believe VRABEL might be redefining success internally, measuring growth in discipline, effort, and mental toughness rather than external noise. This approach does not satisfy impatient critics, but it creates teams that peak at the right moments. The Patriots under VRABEL may be learning how to suffer productively, how to absorb criticism without fracturing. That is a dangerous skill set in professional football, where emotional swings can derail seasons quickly. Another whispered detail involves VRABEL's relationship with younger players. Rumors say he invests heavily in teaching them how to study film, how to prepare their bodies, and how to manage the grind. Not as a lecturer, but as a mentor who has lived it. That credibility matters. Younger players reportedly respond to his stories, his scars, and his honesty about what the league demands. This creates buy-in that cannot be forced. Fans speculate that, as these players mature, the Patriots could benefit from a wave of internal development rather than relying on external solutions. That kind of growth is harder to track, but it often leads to cohesion. Cohesion beats talent when pressure rises, and VRABEL knows that better than most. Ultimately, the reason nobody saw this coming is because it does not look dramatic. There is no headline-grabbing quote, no viral moment. Just a coach quietly aligning a team with his philosophy. The rumors suggest that when the Patriots finally reveal their true identity, it will feel sudden to outsiders, but inevitable to those inside. VRABEL's movement may not change the season overnight, but it could change its direction. Full strength does not always mean physical health alone. It means belief, clarity, and shared purpose. If those elements are truly taking root under VRABEL, then the rest of the league may soon realize that something powerful was building in plain sight, and they simply were not paying attention. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Your support helps us bring you the latest updates on the New England Patriots. And of course, drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from Patriots fans. The speculation does not stop there, and in fact it seems to grow stronger the more people try to dismiss it as imagination. There is a sense among observers that VRABEL is redefining what authority looks like inside the Patriots organization. Instead of ruling through fear or distance, rumors suggest he leads through presence. He is said to be everywhere without being overwhelming, watching details, remembering conversations, and circling back to points players thought were forgotten. That kind of leadership creates a powerful psychological effect. Players feel seen, and when players feel seen, effort increases naturally. Fans believe this is not accidental. VRABEL's experience as a linebacker taught him that trust is built snap by snap, not speech by speech. This approach reportedly extends to how mistakes are handled. Instead of explosive reactions, VRABEL is rumored to ask questions, forcing players to confront their own decisions. That method builds accountability without humiliation. Over time, that shapes a locker room that corrects itself faster than any coach could. If true, this subtle shift in leadership tone could be one of the most important changes of the entire season, even if it never makes a headline. Another interesting thread in this rumor centers on how VRABEL views adversity as a teaching tool rather than a threat. People close to the situation suggest he does not rush to fix everything immediately. He allows discomfort to linger just long enough for lessons to stick. This philosophy can be unsettling in a results-driven environment, but it often separates resilient teams from fragile ones. Fans speculate that VRABEL might be intentionally resisting the urge to overcorrect, trusting the process he has installed. That patience signals confidence, and confidence is contagious. Players reportedly begin to mirror that calm, approaching challenges with less panic and more problem-solving. Over time, this changes how a team responds under stress. Instead of fracturing, they tighten. Instead of pointing fingers, they adjust. This is the kind of transformation that happens quietly, unnoticed until it becomes obvious. VRABEL's belief in controlled adversity might be the hidden engine behind the Patriots gaining strength as the season unfolds. Finally, There is a growing belief among fans that VRABEL is playing a much longer game than most realize. This is not about proving anything to critics or chasing validation. It is about building something that lasts. The rumors suggest that VRABEL measures success in alignment when players, coaches, and philosophy move in the same direction. That alignment creates momentum that cannot be faked. When everyone understands the why behind the work, effort becomes sustainable. Observers sense that VRABEL is laying bricks carefully, knowing that foundations matter more than facades. The Patriots with full strength may not dominate conversations, but they could dominate moments that matter most. If this speculation holds even a fraction of truth, then the movement nobody saw coming is not a trick or a gamble. It is a return to substance, driven by a coach who understands that the most dangerous teams are often the quietest ones, waiting patiently until belief, preparation, and opportunity collide. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving fresh and exclusive Patriots news, make sure to subscribe and hit like. We always appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments. See you in the next one, Patriots Nation.